Hey ladies, looks like the video is stretched again. Alright, we'll have to see why it's doing that. Alright, but it is 6:30 on the dot, so I'm going to get started with part 3. So for any of you ladies that are unaware of some of the lives I've been doing, this is part 3 in the Natural Fertility Series. So I'm talking about different topics related to fertility. And today we are going to discuss what types of movements help to support your fertility naturally. And so while we're watching, if you have any questions or comments on the topic, feel free to share in the chat during the live, and I will definitely be sure to answer them either during the live or after the live in the comments. All right. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Michelle. I am a certified holistic healthcare practitioner, and I specialize in fertility, pregnancy, and postpartum care. Really the main goal of what I do is to empower women to naturally take back their health and to jumpstart and improve their motherhood journey or their motherhood goals. And like I've kind of mentioned before, I really love what I do because it is something I benefit from. And obviously health is just one of those things that is always a work in progress. There's always more to do, and it's a never-ending journey. So first, I want to talk about the why behind why a movement routine is important for fertility. And again, this is going to apply to males and females, not just females. All right. So movement specifically, when we're talking about movement in terms of exercise in general is key to helping to reduce stress, improve circulation, improves your mood. Also can help to keep your body detoxing any excess hormones and toxins that are in your body. All right, so these are just a few benefits. There are more as well. So just kind of keep that in mind as we move through. All right. So now let's get into different movements. So when you hear movement, you might automatically think exercise, right? Because that's what a lot of people jump to. However, I also think of movement in terms of what the ancient Chinese medicine calls qi, all right? Qi is spelled Qi, and it basically represents the life force or energy of your body. And if your qi is stagnant, then you get this accumulation of toxins in your body, which is no good for your health, let alone your fertility. All right, so it's something you want to keep moving. So let's talk about physical movements. So physical movements you can do to help keep your energy flowing and your body flushing out those toxins, right? Because that's going to be important, right? So the first kind of exercise, or the first kind is exercise. And if you're exercising properly, you should notice a couple different things. First, your heart rate is going to increase. Your breathing rate should also increase. And you should also be sweating. Okay, so that's the main goal of exercise. You're going to benefit the most from when these things are happening. And when you're exercising, you want it to be worth it, right? You want it to mean something. And the other thing is that you should try to keep it consistent. I know sometimes it's hard to keep it consistent. You know, sometimes I struggle with that too. But it's important to try to keep a routine going. Now, some women are like, well, how much, how long, you know? And I don't really want to tell you that you need to do it so many days a week for so much time, because I do really feel this depends on the person, their stress levels, their fitness levels, any kind of injuries or anything that they have going on, right? So it's specific to people. What I do want to mention is you most likely cannot overdo exercise, right? Because I have seen that around. But most likely you can't overdo it unless you're really like an Olympic athlete or you're exercising like a lot, like it's your job basically, right? Imagine like you're working out like it's your job. That's probably going to be really difficult on your body. All right. So we've covered exercise, and the next type of movement to keep your chi going is going to be lymphatic movement or massage. So some of you may remember a post from this group a few weeks ago, and it had a picture of a foam roller, and it just said that it supports fertility, right? And that is because foam rolling is a form of lymphatic massage, and that helps to support the movement of your lymph throughout your body. If you don't know what lymph is basically, the fluid that supports your immune system and helps to flush out any toxins. So toxins can be lots of different things, chemicals, microbes, I should say bad microbes, right? Because we have good microbes. But there are other things as well. And that's why, it's important to keep this system moving, because there really is no other way that this lymph system moves other than muscle contractions from exercise, and as you'll see in a couple of other things that I'm going to mention too, right? So again, moving your lymph is just going to help remove waste as well as toxins that can build up in your body tissues over a period of time, which is something that's, really important. Okay. So those other types of movements that can help support your chi will include things like Reiki, which Reiki is amazing if you haven't done Reiki before. I love Reiki. I do it. I go for sessions all of the time, and it's wonderful. Also, acupuncture is another example, and that's something also too that I enjoyed after, during the postpartum period. I thought it was really, again, calming, relaxing. Fertility massage is another one that is something a lot of places are starting to offer it, so definitely look for that. It is something that I also discuss more in the pregnancy prep program. Other things like reflexology are really good, cupping, yoga, fertility yoga, qigong, and there's even more stuff. So those are just some examples. But again, it's important to keep your lymphatic system moving. Okay, definitely key for fertility, male and female. All right. So this video was a little bit shorter, but that's really all I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoyed the live tonight, and definitely be on the lookout for part 4 in the Natural Fertility Series. I'm also kind of thinking that it's going to end up being maybe a few more weeks than 6 weeks, because I'm thinking of some other topics that are going to be really interesting and related to fertility, that probably a lot of women, may not have heard of before. And so I'm very interested to share this information with you. And of course, if there are any topics that you want to know more about, I would love to hear from you, whether you comment on this video or you share in the group, and just let me know, like, hey, I want to know more about, hormone imbalance, or I want to know more about sleep, or whatever it is. Just share in the group, and I will, work on getting some good content to you, because really I want to be here for a resource. I want to be here to support you. I do feel like all women, most women have this desire to become a mom, and it's really key to make sure that you have that basis going prior to. So definitely, please, if there's anything you want to know about, share that with me, and I would love to share more information for you. And yeah, so that was part 4, I think, right? Nope, that was part 3. So next week will be part 4, and you could definitely rewatch the live if you ever get a chance to take a look. And I gotta figure out why these videos are looking stretched. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. All right, so have a great night. Feel free to comment in the video comments, and I will definitely take a look and see if anybody has any questions or any kind of topics you would like me to go over. All right, so have a great night, and I will see you next week.